Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we give you the recent update about the La Soufriere volcano in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, and we reveal some things that they don't want you to know. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Well, as I told you before in a previous episode, that DPM already set a date for the evacuees from the red zone to return. And now we have Dr. Stinton saying that it is impossible right now for some of those persons to reoccupy the red zones. Do you remember I told you that they were hiding something, that we did not get all the information from Professor Robertson? You see, Dr. Stinton, he's the man. Remember, it had some liquor boots, some mullet mouth, defending Robertson when he was saying that he was presenting the right information. But now you know it was actually Desran Rajiga's information that they were using. Look, we have Dr. Sinton coming out and say that some of the equipments were damaged, so they are not able to gather all the information. I told you guys before, Desran Rajigas is the one who saved St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What if he did not go up there that day? Watch, they saw the video and they still did not want to evacuate the people. You see, the big man might could give some police some order and some liquor boots and so forth. But you can't do Dr. Stinton that. You think at the end of the day, they are going to blame Stinton and said that he knew such and such and he did not say anything. I told you so many times that some of these people cannot go back in that red zone. The man is trying to force them back. Lift SVG higher, lift SVG higher. That is what some of you have been uttering for years. What is going higher? Isn't it the prices? Anything in St. Vincent is getting better. Where are the jobs? The man comes and he give out the roadwork to Aspire. What can that do for you? And some of you are celebrating like that is an achievement. You know, the funny thing about it, it have some mothers with responsibilities that ask to get a little road walk, and it have people showing off themselves saying they do not vote for us, don't give them any work. And as soon as some of you get the money in your hands, it finished the same day. So tell me, wasn't it better for somebody who really needed it to get it? In St. Vincent, the laws only work for some. Imagine if somebody call up someone named say they do them something in the ghetto. You all are ready to lock them up. But when it's the big folks, you don't arrest them. You say that you have to conduct proper investigation. I want to ask this question. Since the Big C came to our shores, did they ever implement a curfew by law? The reasons why I ask that is because police are driving wrong in transport, telling people that they must go home by 10 p.m. Some might say, oh, the police this and the police that. But remember, it have a bigger man than the police. I won't lie to you, you know. You know, I think it is time for the police training school to move from Kingston and relocate to places like Parkhill and South Rivers. Because when you watch the amount of police in the force from Parkhill and South Rivers, it would be better to just relocate the training school nearer to where the police are from. So, we have Dr. Stinton saying the right thing and the PM is saying something else. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the time when Bug said that he told Popeye, do not use a plastic fork to turn hot plantain. Popeye insisted that he knows best. He's going to turn them with a plastic fork. When the fork started to melt, Bug started to watch him, and he started to watch a Bug. And Oliver say, how them say them a name fork and them a melt? Would you see fire and still put your hand in the fire? The La Soufriere volcano is still under a state of unrest. Right now, it is steaming. Tell me something. The scientists said that some of their equipments were damaged. So if you know the equipments were damaged, why are you sending back the people without finding out what is really going on at the volcano first? I saw a video with the big man recently inside a Baptist church. If you see him dancing and serenading, spinning like tap, and when the man sit down there watching him, if you see that facial expression on the man that was watching him, you hear? Who are they going to get right now to go up to the soufriere volcano to put down the equipment? Remember they said that no one is to go up to the soufriere volcano. They banned Mr. Rodriguez. So let's see what is going on now. Let me ask a question. Do you think that they would call him after what they did to him? Don't get chick with them, you know? They are that bold face. Why some people were vexed with Mr. Rodriguez? It's because the kids were saying hero, hero, ta 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 ta. You see, they must be saying to themselves. They have been doing stuff too, but they were never called heroes. The thing about life, probably that's just the man's destiny. All who are insulting Mr. Rodriguez, insulting now. The equipments want to go up by the volcano. Customs, I am saying this again, handle your hands. It have containers that arrived a long time ago and people still can't get their stuff. Rushing to open the schools when some of these children belong to parents that are farmers who are rushed back to the orange zone and the red zone with $0 in their pocket. Agricultural produce destroyed. Remember, you already worked out mathematics with the $18.8 million. So tell us this. Why aren't the people given the $400 and the $500 when they leave the shelters? Why they have to wait until June? Mr. Big Man, it have some people that you sent home. Their house are leaking. They have things like asthma and so on. Hope you accept responsibility when the time is right, you know. You said that persons right up to the Mount Young Bridge can return. Is the diagnostic center in Georgetown up and running already? Tell us. Because if anything goes wrong, where would these people go? The officers that you brought in from overseas to help out, what are their duties? Just in the week, we saw some by the Gonsalves building in Kingston, looking over at Ace building where the men were. How do you think most popo crimes are solved in the United States? You think the police just drive around passing out orders telling men when to go home? No, they work undercover. The police dress up like the bad boys and join the groups and blend in St. Vincent. It have some good police, but it have those who are show self. You'd know they are police because they run up and say, me a police, me a police. So it's gonna be hard for them to do any undercover work because you already know who the police are just by the way some of them react. Busting left, right and center. For the year, look, so many men went to Dovecat. Most of those remain unsolved. But they had a little get together in Kingston recently and the whole force came out. Just because some persons were holding up placards, which while you know, there are more serious issues to be dealt with. Jeep load of them running up for Lava Man. When Lava Man didn't the bus any po. Tell me something. Isn't this a backward place? Where has all the love and the compassion gone? A long time ago, you could have gone over by the neighbor and said, neighbor, give me a drop of lard oil, give me a drop of sugar, and a little bit of flour. No? They pick me them hungry, yeah. But now, before you go by some neighbors, you have to think twice. Because some would insult you and say, you did not vote for us. Or, they might say, you voted against us and still want to beg us. It is time for us Vincentians to unite and come together. because you see what is going on. As the man said over in Sunday very time, because sometimes the people not live right, so things keep happening. With that being said, I just want to big up the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and are praying for us. I'm out.
And it's like when everybody get the Spanish ship a sail, when Jonah say, is your car Jaguan? When they come up a ship and it go in the whale belly. Alright, so St. Vince will never come good unless I get rid of Ralph. No, that would come up like Jonah.